I answered a job listing at the then fledgling New York Sun in the year 2001. And I went in to interview for them, just couldn't get a job. I was like 18 years old, and said, hey, I'd really love to come and work for New York Sun. Sounds like it'd be fun. And they said, well, do you want to be a writer or a photographer? And I said, I'll be a photographer. That sounds interesting. And I began working for the New York Sun with a camera that I borrowed from my father. The thing about that job was that I got to meet everybody. I got to go everywhere, and as a newspaper photographer especially, you follow a lot of different kinds of stories, you do a lot of different kinds of jobs, you wear a lot of different kinds of hats. But most importantly, you meet every kind of person. You meet people who are having the best day of their lives and the worst day of their lives. You meet people who are heroes, you meet people who are villains. And the thing about all these kinds of people and more is that everyone you meet has something to teach you. So for me, the chance to sort of use visual media to do that is wonderful and perfect, but still remains ever so much the conduit for it. So you have people who come into an exhibition like this, and it's why I'm particularly excited about this exhibition, who don't necessarily view themselves as poetry lovers, but are. And having that conduit is just really, really great to say, well, you already know you like this one thing. Maybe you like this second and this third and this fourth as well. You already like Woody Guthrie. I bet you also like Joy Harjo. The very first shoot I did was Cornelius Eady, and the second shoot I did was with Gregory Pardlow, where put him in a boat, had an interesting time. But the third shoot was where it came together. The third shoot was with Dorianne Loxwood, and Dorianne didn't really know me. It was only the third shoot. I was going to meet her in the woods in some town in North Carolina. And she showed up with like a flask and a pack of smokes. And we ended up sitting out there, and the shoot took 5 minutes, and we sat there for hours hanging out and chatting. She realized immediately that it was going to be fine. It was going to be fun. And we just had a great time. And that was the moment where it sort of clicked for me. And I realized that this is going to be okay. This is going to be fun. And so that became sort of the guiding light of what I felt I could or could not do with this project. The funny thing is, at the time, nobody realized the joke of the U.S. Poet Laureate and a horse walk into a bar. I reached out to Joy. She was coming into New York to do an event. She took the train up to meet me at the town of Peekskill, New York, the bar where we did the shoot. A very good friend of mine is a bartender there. And I had told him, hey, can you talk to the manager, see if I can bring a horse into the bar? And we did the shoot early in the morning. It felt really monumental in the doing of it. And then very, very soon after, she was named the U.S. Poet Laureate.